Welcome to Coloring with Lori. How are you doing today? It's Tuesday already. Glad I caught that volume. Get that turned down. Getting the computers turned on. Anybody watching back? Hope you had a nice weekend. A good Monday. Okay, of course the computer always wants to do updates when you want to do a live. Okay, it just popped up on my screen, so should be popping up for the world. Oops. Okay, it looks kind of dark, but I might be standing in the light. So we're gonna get back to Johanna. I've done a little bit of work. Try to get my seat right before anybody comes in. Hi, Mandy. How are you today? If I kick the camera here, I'm really sorry. I'm moving in my chair right now, so I might bump it a few times while I'm getting in. It's hard to move a chair and then I knock it with my head instead of the chair. That was stupid. The chair twists and it's on wheels, and I can't twist my body, so it makes it a little interesting. My challenge of the evening. What you up to? Oh, I forget what I was coloring in. Magical Worlds, the truck. And I didn't bring my other book over here. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's sitting right there. Okay. I see it now. Hi, Mary, you made it. Yay! Good to see you. The weather was not bad. It was cold when the wind blew. Hi, Amy. It was kind of weird. It was like 40 degrees, but 30 wind chill. But it was sunny and pretty. I don't know if it got worse when it got dark. I've been downstairs and I can't take Pebbles out yet, so I try to stay away from the door. Because if I go towards the door, then she thinks I'm going to take her out and she gets excited. So I do kind of try to stay away unless it's something important. I feel like super scattered. Now I kind of see why. I left my book over there, so that's okay. There are, like, people have been going live all day today. I don't see anybody in the coloring realm live, hopefully. You know, I've been watching. Yeah, I am going to have to grab that because that's one of the things I did bring a schedule. Okay, I can reach that. I don't think I can reach my coloring book. Do you remember that thing I was telling you that View was talking about? This giant clipboard. So I got it for sitting on the chair over there. So very helpful. Can even, you know, trap the book in here. I don't know if it'll wrinkle the pages, though I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. So we'll see how that goes. So, hi Anna. Nice to see you. I saw you over at Tara's today. I was having my YouTube problem. It wouldn't let me chat. I tried to chat in Shannon's this evening too, and I couldn't. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube. Might have to upload my app or something. But Amy and Mandy, since you're both here, you know, Mandy keeps trying to tell you, Amy, and I keep missing it, that you guys actually have not only is her birthday in November in the Sagittarius, her birthday is actually on the same day as yours. So you guys are like actually, yeah, birthday sisters. So I keep forgetting to catch that. We're always She said it when you were here, and I kind of ran over it, so reminded me with you both being here. So I was going to show my progress in World of Flowers. I got one side done and started the other side, but the book's a little bit too far. I can't reach it, and I don't want to get up and change everything. And I probably heard it a million times, but am I pronouncing that right? Yana? I'll probably say it a different way. My brain is so messed up lately. But hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Anyone watching that's not in chat. Like I said, it was a busy YouTube day today. I've been all over on chats. Okay, I brought... Why did I bring this? I don't remember why I brought this. I don't think I did anything more in here. Oh, I did. I did my third Mandela. So for M. Bean's Mandela Mondays, I'm going to do 3 little ones. I did 2 the first 2 weeks and then finished up this one. So now for the next 2 Mondays to keep up with Johanna January and Mandela Monday. I consider these things Mandelas. I don't do the shape Mandelas. So we'll get those 6 done. So that'll be another page in here. So that'll be a total of 3 in this page for the month. Hopefully, if all goes as planned, right? And we're working on our truck. So we'll get to working on that. And Coloring View is doing a bingo from... Oh, I'm going to forget the name. Yeah, I don't remember the channel. It'll pop in my head. A bingo call for a row of houses. So I'm going to do this page. It's across from the birds. It's a row of houses in Worlds of Wonder. So I'll get another page in this book while we work on this one. And then if Jessica shows up, we'll have her pick the page in Magical Worlds. We're going to do one in there too. Ooh, all kinds of... Ooh, I'm going to... Let me look at the chat. Okay. Very sunny. All right. It's been a YouTube... Yeah, that's what everybody's on today. Okay. Sherry says hello. Hi, Sherry. Just happy 40th. The early 40s are really good. Close. Yana. Okay. Hopefully Yana's right then. Like I said, I'll probably keep going backwards because I'm backwards 90% of the time. Yana. Well, J sounds like Y. Yana. Okay, so Yana. Okay. There's Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Mary. Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you all for being here. I missed somebody. Millie Pants. Hello. Appreciate you stopping by. Hi, View. I was just talking about you. Was showing my page I picked for houses in a row. Did you see it? I do apologize, Yana, if I'm saying it wrong. Please forgive me. I have to pay more. I try to pay attention, but it's an input-output problem. Which my MS is in extreme flare this week, so if I act odd, that's why. Our weather went from 60 to 20 to 30 to 50 to 20 to 30. So it's been a rough symptom week. But if you're still here, do you know, I'm trying to get a schedule of all the lives. And I know Shani comes on Tuesdays. I have down noon. Not sure if that's correct. And then I don't know where other day. And if there's Anybody else that has scheduled lives, let me know. Thank you, View. You're doing the pictures of the house, so I'll have to catch up. Yeah, Amy, did you see the one that I picked? I thought it'd be nice and quick. That's the picture I picked for houses in a row. I figured it'd be kind of a quick one and could actually get it done. So that's the one I'm doing. Hi, Chrissy. Did I say hello? Yeah, I did, I think. If not, hi. Hi again to everybody. Hello to anybody watching and not in chat. Thank you for the likes. Emily Illustrator on Fridays. Do you know at what time? I have Renee on Friday too at 1 p.m. Okay, I thought so, but I just checking. I did make a cup of coffee. I probably should drink some. That's the only thing that's been really getting me through is caffeine. I feel like I'm sideways, upside down, and backwards, and like I haven't slept a wink. I've been sitting around like a zombie. 10 to 1-ish, and I assume that's a.m. Emily is 11 a.m. Okay. Thank you. And like I said, okay, I'll kind of watch for and to see if I can get anything more clarified. You guys know Kim is Wednesdays and Sundays at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Angela True Hugh, she changed her Wednesday to a Tuesday, if you're not aware. Still 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern times. I will like translate everything to Eastern when I say it. So okay, let me find some pencils. Let's get a coloring. That's what we're here for, right? Like I said, though, I've been trying to get the schedules down. And I don't know if anybody knows Hawaiian Hillbilly either. I know he streams early because he's starting to do challenges and stuff too, which is nice. Polly puts the color on Mondays at 3 p.m. Just started watching her. Right, yep. Use a pop-upper, but watch, watch, watch. Okay, I do have that one. Shannon's the one I really wasn't sure about. Hi, Kelly. How is everybody? So I am overlap on someone. I don't think you did today. I missed you today. I was watching you before I came on here. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Okay. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thank you, Chrissy. I was going to ask her. I figured she would know. Excuse me, guys. I was going to say my allergies were bad a little bit earlier. If they stay bad, I won't stay on. That was the other one I wanted to ask about. Thank you. My mind is coloring with Ivy is Tuesday. That's what, 1 p.m. And Friday too? Everybody's on Friday, huh? Okay. It's like we're taking care of the minutes before we get to the fun part at a meeting, right? And I think I said hello to everybody. If I missed you, I do apologize. Yeah, she's been doing a lot of pop-ups too. I don't know, Jess, Coloring Bumblebee. She's been popping up a lot and doing a lot of videos too. And I thought Jay Carey would be on today with her every other, and then when I saw she wasn't going to come on, I'm like, well, I'm going to jump on, and then I'm like, well, you know what? There's only 2 more Tuesdays left for the Johanna January, so. Well, this is new for the Johanna January. Plus, Amy has a really hard time getting her on Friday, so I was trying to do it a little earlier for her. And for Kim, too, because she's been going to bed early. But I don't see her today. I don't know where she is today. She might have forgot. Just like I forgot what color I used for these trucks. So I think it's this one, because I want to do this thing on top. The same, I think. I'm not sure if that's it or not. And I am going to have to twist the book because I cannot twist my body. And I'm probably going to be out of frame since Kim is in here to yell at me to get in frame. So, Amy, thank you everybody for being here. Again, thanks to you watching. It sounds like it's been kind of a crazy week for everybody. I can't say I had anything crazy happen. I'm just completely fatigued. And from doing nothing. It's like I said, it's fatigue from the weather. So, okay. Thank you for letting me know, Amy. I am. See? Good thing you're watching. Okay, thanks, Chrissy. I don't think she's got anything on the channel. So I've been looking. I've been watching. It was also looking into starting a Facebook page for people to post their pages, but I don't really think I'm going to have the time to do that. So I was wondering, do you guys know, like, if I open the community post, does that allow you to be able to post pictures then on my posts in my page? Is that what that does? Kind of feel like that's what I'm understanding, but I'm not going to lie, that is one of my disabilities is reading comprehension now, which is terrible because of what I've been through in my life and what I've accomplished and the education I have, but it's just how it is now. Yes, that's an option. What did I say, Kelly? Oh, the post. The post. Yeah, I ask a question and then forget the question. See? That's wonderful. And I was looking through a lot of my school stuff today because I'm like, to looking for a planner to write down the stuff. And I'm like, I know I'm not buying anything new or anything. I know I've got half-used planners from when I used to teach, and there's tons of extra, things to do and uh, projects to complete and, stuff like that. A lot of the things that are worded like coloring because they're getting assignments for completion or whatever. So it's kind of the same thing. So I thought, well, View teaches us to reuse that stuff very well. Trickling down from Dee Dee Willingham. So she's the master at. What do you call? Is it still refurbishing when it comes to art supplies like that? Okay, so other people would be right. Sorry, Kelly. I completely forgot. Other people would be able to post pictures then. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, you might have left already, but I don't know if that's what it's called. If it's still like refurbishing, refurb, putting to a new use is probably the definition. So I had all kinds of stuff planned to talk about today, and then I'm sitting here like, what am I going to talk about? Isn't that crazy? Any of you that go live, you understand that, right? It's either you got too much to talk about or nothing to talk about. But yeah, I had all kinds of stuff to talk about today. Huh. Oh well, must not have been that important. Well, I know I did want to kind of cover the. I was a little overwhelmed with all the lives today. I've posted pictures on other YouTube channels, and okay, so I think that's what I'll do then. Then I'll open that up so that way you guys don't have to worry about these hashtags or whatever. They'll just be a post. You just post them there. Told told you what I wanted to talk about, Amy. You think you would have remembered? You were kind of having a rough day today too. Oh, that's why. It's your fault. I'm just kidding. Well, on a good note, the headache's gone and I just have the fog, so that's a good sign. Like all weekend, my eyes were very, very giving me big problems. Obviously, I'm sick. I could blame this on my eyes. Holy cow, did I go out of the line there? That was terrible. Alright. I don't think I grabbed the same colors for this, but close enough. Guess it wouldn't be the exact color anyway, right? You would just be buying something that was similar. Speaking of, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. Being that I had to cut my shower curtain all up, to put a shower bench in there to scoot in there after my surgery. So now I want to get a new shower curtain. And the toilet seat needs to be replaced too, and it's a black one, which are it's a black oblong, which are extremely hard to find in themselves. Black toilet. Oh, hi Kim. I hope you're okay. Amy said you had a headache. I had one all weekend too. I didn't hear you say you had a headache yesterday. You forgot? I almost texted you. Then I thought, well, she forgot. She's having a good time. Why bug you? Feeling kind of blah myself today, so. But glad you're here. So, I ordered the stuff to replace everything, and I've always wanted the toilet seat with the fish on them. Well, I couldn't find a black toilet seat, a black oblong one. I couldn't even find one. I could find one like with sparkly diamonds on it, or like gold checkering, you know. And it is a guest room, but it's also like the one bathroom that Mike uses all the time. So I know he's not gonna want it like all blinged out. I'm not big on bling myself, so I'm like, oh well, let me get the fish one that I've always wanted. So I get that, and then I got a matching um, shower curtain, and then a nice lining. And I order everything and a new rod and new hooks, match everything. I figure, it's getting a facelift, get everything. I got a new rug already. It's blue, so it'll match the theme. And yeah, look at everything today. It's all supposed to be here today. I was all excited, and the one thing says, "Oh, the shower liner's delayed to the 23rd of January." I'm like, what? So I'm like, want a blinged out toilet? Look at the black lids. One of them looked like it had, what do they call those, fake diamonds? Fake diamonds all stuck to the top. I'm like, what the heck? Like, no, 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 no. Mike would kill me. He wasn't even real super keen on the fish one, but when he came, he thought it was super cool. So I was happy. It was pretty funny. Yeah, I'm like, what, the 23rd? And it's like the stupidest thing. It's the liner. Like, how do you not have a pile of liners sitting in the warehouse? I don't understand. And I'm like, geez. Oh, yeah, I know you don't care for those days. Out to town we go. Well, they're on Amazon. Go for it, Chrissy. They have tons of different ones. I was like, oh my god, they're the wooden slow shut. And don't force it shut. We broke our other one. You have to just give it a tap. Yeah, I was trying to think of the word, Callie. Thank you so much. Bedazzled toilet seat. Exactly. Extreme glitter. Oh my god, that would be funny. Yeah, we didn't get the fishing hook. We just got, it looks like a ocean, the bottom of the ocean and the coral and a bunch of pretty fish swimming around in there. And I know the last time I bought one, a toilet seat, and I actually went to the store. I went to every single store, Lowe's, Home Depot, and at that time Sears and J.C. Penney's were still open, and trying to find it because that's what I wanted. And it was like, for my house, not the man picking it. I got to pick it, and it was mine. And of course, I couldn't find it because it was absolutely only my choice. Nobody else had a say so type thing. So of course, I can't find what I want. Of course not. So people talk about how many colors people use to color things. It's just 6 colors for this thing. It's so silly. Could have accomplished the same thing with 2, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. Me and Amy were talking about all the amazing, amazing colors popping out today, and I'm like, I can't get caught up in that. I did that for years. I chased learning and wanted. That's why I'm like totally against the watercoloring thing because I already went down that road. As if you've watched my videos from the past and you've seen the experimental pages, the painting and the watercoloring and the collaging, and they're done that. Not going down there again. I'm definitely not an artist. I just color. I just color. And I'm happy with that. You drawers and artists, you just go ahead and amaze us. We like it. I think it makes you feel just as good to look at pretty art as to do pretty art. A lot of people would agree with that too. I am, Mary. Thank you. The only other thing I did think about, I'm liking how people are doing, like, say, paint a round circle around one of these pictures and then doing it like a solid watercolor metallic. I did think complicate about that for about a month and then decided no on that too. So, but yeah, I absolutely admire it for sure, but it's not my talent, and I would have to work too hard to accomplish that result, I think. Too much studying, and that's not what I want to do. Like I said, last, I don't remember if it was Friday or I think it was Friday that I talked about it. I don't want to do that. I just want to enjoy the coloring and the hobby. So, so, so all kinds of things going on in the community. I have seen the prompts for the year are starting, the bingos for the year are starting. I really don't understand anything with Shannon from Shanny Blues Prompts. So I did like kind of try to share that information out. And there's another one doing a bingo who I can't remember her name either. And I started to write this stuff down and the time got away from me, so I will follow it up with names on Friday. I didn't bring a blender. Don't normally use one, but I feel the need for it here because I don't want to lose my color. I don't want to make it darker. There's one. So if you're lacking, like me and my mom were talking about it before I popped back on ColorTube because I call it ColorTube, YouTube coloring channels. There was about a good 4 or 5 year period where I didn't watch the videos or anything. Mainly no time, very intense care with my mother through that time. I would have to be with her 24/7 and I would color a little bit in between here and there. I'd maybe get a page done a month. Very little coloring. Sticking with pencils. Yeah, I do have to incorporate my ink tints and watercolor pencils. I've been thinking about that too. It does make it like a job. Yep, yep. See, Chrissy's learning. She's starting the painting thing. And that's one of the reasons I want to do the open up the posts because like I'm sure the other people here color fantastic too, but Chrissy and Kaylee's are two peoples that I've been able to see that I can't see on YouTube. Like Amy and Kim and um, View. Like Mary, I'd like to see some of your coloring, but like Kaylee and Chrissy's coloring is phenomenal. So, and when I like with um Chrissy, when I talk to her about it, a lot of times she's watching a video or following a video. So for people who do want to grow and learn that stuff, that's another good resource for them. So I think the post could help, with providing resources for you all. Hi, Linda. How are you this evening? Hi, Noel. How are you? Nice to see you guys. Nice to see everybody. Everybody's out and about today. That I said, it's been a busy YouTube day. So yeah, that way when we do when you guys either, if you color the page that I'm coloring, you can post it, or if you're just doing Johanna January and want to post your, Johanna pictures. I never did check to see if M Beans opens it up for Mandelas. I just tagged her. So, well, it's true, Chrissy. That's what we say all the time, Mary. At the same time, I understand they don't want one. We tell them that too. Oh, no, it doesn't. I won't ask you any questions then. Just listen and enjoy. See, I haven't seen any of her pictures, so that'd be nice. She'll be able to post some if I open that up. Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. But anyway, what I was saying before I got back on YouTube, um, me and my mom were discussing it. It could take me 3 days to pick my next picture to color, so that also contributed to me only getting like one picture done a month. So I don't do a lot of the um, what do you call it, prompts or things like that with the bingo because I don't like feeling pressured to color. So that's why I kind of do things myself so it's at my pace and other people aren't waiting for me. So if I join something, it's because I also know that person is a slow paced person or there's no time frame on what they're doing. So don't take it as like, oh, she doesn't want to do what I do. It's just, again, to kind of protect myself and not so that my coloring hobby doesn't go in the wrong direction. And I just continue to do things that I like. So, and I had gotten 3 new Johanna books. And usually when I get a new coloring book, I color in it right away. But I had collected like 5 in the time period that I couldn't color. And 3 of them were Johanna Basford. So that's why I wanted to do Johanna books this month. Because I'm like, I need to color in those 3 books. Oh, Amy, I am so glad. Thank you, Kim. I'm so glad you asked because when they were talking about Kim having a headache, well, we need to see Mary's coloring then. Will you post on my channel if I open up my community wall, Mary? Okay. Yeah, I was a little worried her sugar might be wacky the way she was talking to you the other day. Okay, great. Well, get that Johanna book out. It's Johanna January. I know I was looking at my small victories, but I can't even see in between those lines right now. I'm really struggling with these too. The World of Flowers is a much yellower paper. Plus what I was coloring was a little bigger. I wonder if I can get that to fall down here so I can show you my progress. I think I can. It's on a big old Mike, when he bought pillows for me and Betty, bought me like 8 huge pillows. So there's like these pillows laying around over here in plastic bags. We look like a pillow factory and a foam factory. Just gonna throw that piece of foam away. I bought it because I thought it would help me get in bed easier, but it actually made it more difficult. So I finished this half. And I'm contemplating a background. I think I'm just going to do a little something on the bottom so they don't look like they're floating in air. Get it up a little. Let's see. So I am progressing in this one too. And then started this page. So we are progressing. So I think it's going to be like a total of maybe 5 pictures, which doesn't seem like a lot, does it, when I say that? No, it doesn't seem like a lot. Especially when last month I think I colored 20 pictures. The first month that I realized I could color sitting in the chair and I had nothing else to do but color, boy, that was a big month. I think I colored more in that month than I've ever colored in a year. It was pretty funny. Trying to get all these shelves and stuff out of the way. Okay, let's see. Just had a small headache, okay. I did this page quite a bit ago when I first got the book. I still really enjoy working in her books. I do too. And you can pick like a simple page or a complicated page. And the new one, as much as I really didn't care for it, the Wonderful Wildflower, I really do like it. And like her wallpaper pages, if you look at it, they're very different. Like very different for her art. They're a little bit more delicate. They're a little bit more natural. So I actually may color a wallpaper page in there. I've already colored the fox, which I've never colored one of her animals. I think her animals were also more natural. Thank you. Well, thank you, Lily Pants. Yeah, I'm not a fast colorist at all. And I just, my focus is crap right now. There's no other way to say it. I just don't have the focus. I'm sure it's got a lot to do with drinking the caffeine, but the strange thing is the caffeine calms. My system is kind of backwards at the moment. So the caffeine is kind of calming down my restless legs. It's helping me sleep. But at the same time, I do think it is messing with my concentration. So, which I find really confusing. Because I'm actually sleeping better than I have in years. It's got a lot to do with the pain, being comfortable when I lay down. So, got a burning in my back today. I think the burning is nerve pain. Not positive. The back is a weird spot there to have burning. And then Mike, he like kneeled on my big toe like with all his weight, and it was swollen for a couple days. And then after the swelling went down, like I couldn't walk on it. And of course, it's the new hip leg. And they're already telling me, don't limp, try to walk normal. So then I'm limping because my toe freaking hurts, and he feels so bad. I'm really trying not to limp around him. Color combos are everywhere. You know who else has really good color combos for Prismas is Color with Claire. And you can print her sheets for free. I don't know, Colorful Country Life, does she charge for her stuff? I don't believe so. Thank you, Amy. You finished your truck. Well, you did a bunch of pages in between too, and so did Amy. There's just this one as well. She is so good at creating combos for a lot of pencil brands. Yes. It's awesome book. Can you help? I know. I haven't been able to find anything, and I'm like, really? Caffeine? Caffeine is what's going to work? I'm not even going to tell my doctor because they'll tell me I'm nuts, but I probably am nuts, but that's okay. Just wrote it down. Thank you for going over there. And snickerdoodling. Amy watches snickerdoodling. She turned me on to her. That's so funny you say that, Mary. A lot of people do. And I was in somebody's stream the other day and they kept calling me Amy and I was cracking up. Like the person doing the stream was saying, and Amy this and Amy that. And I'm like, oh, that's so funny. And then like after she was done doing it, Amy popped up in the stream and I'm like, oh, good, you can answer all the questions now. That's why we call ourselves twins, because people can't tell us apart. It's pretty funny. Okay, let me do some coloring. View kept saying that today too. It must be a sidetrack kind of day. I got that a lot. Yeah, I tried to Chat. I was going to say Shannon and it came out in chat first. I tried to talk in her chat this evening at the end of her sprint there, but I was. You must be subscribed to this channel. Give me a break, YouTube. I'm wondering if it's because I don't have premium. Like, they just want to mess with me and force me to pay for premium. She took the ads off the chat, so they can't block me out with that. So now we'll just say she can't chat. As an ad pops up over my whole computer, that was creepy. Good grief. We really are. It's so annoying, isn't it? And Angela said you just go in and out and in and out and in and out. I don't think that helps. I think it's you just gotta wait the time period, whatever it feels you need to sit there. Earlier this morning it said it, but as soon as I hit the chat, it let me in. But tonight it would not. Okay. I don't know what color is the back of the chalkboard? Is it just black? I don't know, and I don't want 10,000 pencils out today. My brain's a mess. I don't need my desk a mess. Okay. I need blue. You know, I think actually if I turn it like this, you guys will be able to see, because I'm going to do this little stuff, so it'll be a bunch of different little pencils. Hopefully it'll work for me too. This is a glass jar because you can see the stuff through it. Anybody else watch Hell's Kitchen? Am I the only weirdo who watches cooking shows? It's not really a cooking show, more of a, I guess, just a Gordon Ramsay fan show. I used to watch cooking shows constantly, but now they make me hungry. Never used to. I keep smearing that on my hand. So I'm trying to... On my hand and on the kitty. It's blues and reds and Prismos. Boy, they just smear all over the place. Since this is water down here, I'll use a little lighter one. Blend it in there. It's so funny that she sent you the coffee pot. Well, at least I know my restless legs will be under control if I make it. That's hilarious. What else you need, Kim? You need a new barbecue or an air fryer or... Gonna do fondue while she's there. Just kidding. It's pretty funny though. Did she just get you like a regular Mr. Coffee thing, or? That's one thing I was surprised, you know, because Mike bought us that new coffee pot this year because we really didn't drink coffee. And he decided he wanted to start drinking coffee again and cut back on Coca-Cola. And they really, that, I will say, coffee pots are one thing that really has not gone up in price. I think they may have gone down in price. I have like the little college dorm Keurig thing, and I know I paid $79 for it, and it's $50 right now. I've had it a good 4 years, maybe. You're gonna send it home with her. She's not going to want to take it and stuff that in her luggage. Anybody else color in tonight? Anyone color in Johanna with me? So, yeah, that is funny. I had a bunch of stuff to talk about. Well, let me try not to think about it. Maybe it'll pop in my head. I know the one thing was the getting the live straight when people were on. Seems like I see a lot of people popping back up that had stopped for a while, so it was definitely heavy traffic on there today. And I think Ivy was supposed to be on today too. Ivy Pearl, Clever Swirl. But I don't know if she canceled because I thought she was coming on at, I thought I saw at 8. But she didn't. I gotta back up. I am not comfortable. You should. Oh, it's in the other whips. I can understand that. Not coloring. What are you coloring? Let's see. You'll mail it to her. Percy has to go get a coffee. Yes, that's exactly why, Amy. You have to take her to a Tim Hortons if she doesn't have one. It's a love-hate relate. You either love it or hate it. Mary's going to get coffee too. Okay, sorry. What a bad. Well, at least I'm drinking coffee and not some wine or beer or something, eh, guys? Jeez. Talk about what is that? Like subjective influence? Word of Flowers, is that a new book? Just kidding. I bet you're working on your background, aren't you? I am so excited to see that. Charlie told Amy to put windows behind hers. I'm curious to see if she does or not. Are my Lyra's still over here? This little flower is so tiny. I'm going to have to bring this close to me. For a minute. So my mom did continue to color. I actually made a little video for Amy today. I think it's 3 pictures and she has 2 whips. She has like a picture and a design going. So she started on the design and went over to Camellia's. She's doing the Easter miniatures. Not, is that Camellia? Angelicola, that one. Hi, Jessica. Good to see you. Thank you, Kelly. Those are very nice. Do nothing days are wonderful. Amy, wine would be fine. Yes, she is coloring. Yep. Yep, she's using her Castle Art Gold pencils. You know what I find funny? Now, see, you guys know I gave some of her stuff away. So she started coloring, and I go, oh my God, are you going to order more stuff? Are you upset I gave that? And I asked her if it was okay before I did it, because I said, are you sure? And she's like, yep. So, like, oh no. Yeah, and so she wouldn't order, oh man. So she wouldn't order more coloring books. I went in her box and I grabbed brand new ones. You know, like I don't even think she had opened them and looked at them. So to her, they were, you know, I got brand new books and I knew she liked them. She loved, I think that's her name, Camellia Markova. She does all the things, the animals things with the two eyes, the two eyeball highlights. So I know my mom used to color one in. She didn't this time around though. I can barely see what I'm doing. If you can't see what I'm doing, I'm sorry, but I can't see what I'm doing. Pismas are not the best pencils for tiny stuff, are they? Butterflies. I am so anti-butterfly and all those little girly things. I always have the urge to color them orange and black. I just want to color them orange and black, orange and black, yellow and black, you know. The, did nothing but color. Those are my favorite days. The studio was trying to sleep and Lori sent me a noise video trying to be quiet. It was just the pages, the paper, and the, camera because it was so loud. I need like when I go to do a butterfly, I need a color. Like, tell me what color to color it, and I'll be fine. That's where I struggle. You know, if there's like 4 butterflies on the page, I will just, oh my god, I don't want to color them. I don't know what color to make them. But if you know me, you know I struggle with colors anyway. Those giant vases in World of Flowers, I wanted to pull like a color combo card for each vase. But the first vase I did all different colors and it took me forever. So I'm like, ooh, I think I better simplify the colors. Because for me, that's just too many blending. Because for each color, that's 4 pencils. So, you know, me using 5 different colors on a vase, we're talking 20 pencils to color the vase. So, it takes some time to blend those out. And I was using polychromos, so you know how that goes. Layer them up. Honestly, I think in that my Worlds of Flowers, mine is obviously different from other people's. I have that super thick paper. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's published by Penguin. It's printed in China. Pretty sure. I have one book that's USA printed. All the other ones are China. Yep, this one's China. And then, yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that one. It's like the Small Victories paper, almost like a postcard. They make them all sorts of colors and go crazy. Yeah. Thank you, Amy. 2 colors. Yeah, like I said, I backtracked. That first vase I did, it was a bunch of colors. Amy, yours came out great too. Wait till you guys see Amy's. Her mission was to slow down and take her time because you guys don't know. You didn't see her earlier coloring that I saw before she got on the road. You might have saw a little bit of it, but when she takes her time and really blends, her coloring is, I mean, her coloring's good now, but it's, you know, do I dare to say perfection? And she did really good with her Neo 2s there for her first page. That was actually really good. And who colors bouncing around in the truck on the freeway going 80 miles an hour? Goodness. Should be a whole nother thing. Coloring while driving. Or coloring while riding. I could not do it. I'd have to, everything have to be huge, and I would just have to color the middle stuff and fill in the ends when I stopped. I know she keeps saying, I'm trying, I'm trying. What are you talking about? You're trying. You're coloring 2 pages a day. I don't think that's lazy coloring because it's small stuff. It takes patience and persistence and yeah, my mom bought that book thinking it was going to be easy, and she put it right aside and said, I need something bigger. She did one of the little leaf pages, so now I got one of those, two of those. She's done that to me a few times. I buy a book and she buys another copy, and then I'm stuck with two, and some of them are not good books, like the Golden Girls book. Mike bought me a copy of that, and she just had to have a copy, and I don't think she colored one page. And it's a horrible book. It's a shame, too. You think like something with that where it could become so popular, they would try to put some effort into making that nice. Nope. Nope, they did not. I tend to go towards terracotta colors for flower pots all the time, and then I always look and go, why did I do that? I think in my head, I don't want to make that terracotta. I don't want, the next thing I know, I look at it and it's, you know, some kind of brown. It's that naturalism in me. As Amy was sure to point out when I was showing my books for my confessions tag, you know how I always say I can't do blue leaves. She's like, is that blue leaves I see? Thinking, oh, it probably was, yeah. Before I started really caring, I didn't care. Got too caught up. You can't make blue leaves. That's not real looking. People aren't gonna like that. No, who cares? You know when you're doing something wrong is when you don't enjoy what you're doing. That's when you're doing it wrong. Ooh. Bold and bumpy coloring. There you go. That's funny. My one screen is frozen. I was like, oh my god, am I frozen? I love looking at them. I just, for some reason, thank you. Thank you, Linda. It's going to be my new quote. It's funny. One screen is frozen and one chat is frozen. Yeah, it's hard to steer away from it, isn't it, Mary? It's like, okay, they got to be terracotta. Yeah, those tiny little things can be very stressful. Don't call that lazy. Okay. Those things look like a rubber tree plant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree. Isn't that song? Was that a song? It was an old song. So we're gonna throw all our furniture away in the basement finally. I'm so excited. these last 3 months, it's like living in a warehouse. I had to pile everything on top of each other to accommodate me. Be nice to clear up some space. Mike seems excited about it, so I think it'll actually happen. He's quite the procrastinator. This paper is so slippery. It's actually why I switched to the polychromos in the world of flowers, because Prismacolors were just like sliding off. They weren't like going down. It was kind of strange. It was a lot more work than the polychromos to use the Prismos, if you can believe that. Very unusual. You know the song. Can you play it on the piano? Blue plant pots are pretty too because they match the green leaves. Yep, it always does look good. You know, I do that a lot too. I color things the way I have them or have had them or seen and I like them. Like I do a lot of blue because I decorate a lot in blue, blues and sages. So I've noticed I gravitate towards that in my coloring too. Which kind of stinks because I think blues kind of have the worst laydown. Except for in Polychromos. Polychromos has good blues. And I don't know about these other pencils. You know, I'm trying to incorporate my other pencils, but for the most part, I stick to the Prismas and the Polychromos. I tried to use the Castle Arts because I really like their color range. I like their laydown, but the pencils are slippery and they fall, like, I'm constantly, like, while I'm coloring, they're just, you know, and then I grip harder and it hurts my hand. I did buy grips for my pencils, but the problem, now they're stuck on my pencils. I can't get them off my pencils. How do you get the grippers off your pencils? It hurt my hand more putting them on than using the damn pencil. Darn pencil, excuse me. Okay, I need something dark. Something dark. I swear if I had 100 greens, it wouldn't be enough. Do you feel like that? I mean, I make mud a lot. I have to start over. I think that's when you mix a blue green and a yellow green. Makes brown. Is that how that happens? I'll probably try it tomorrow. It's in my head now. I think we did too. I was always in the choir. Wouldn't know it now. Me, blue, and sage was my color. Yeah, me too. That's funny. Like my living room upstairs is like sage gray and cream, and down here it's blue and it was blue and brown, but Mike bought red furniture. He brought red furniture, so it's blue, red, and brown. Do you for our spread right now? The black edition favorite pastels are really pretty. Ooh. Yep, there you go. I think that's what we have on our bed right now too. Gray sheets and a sage throw. I went through that with my Grimmers, but now they're wore out. That's what I was thinking, that they would stretch. But I don't know how to get them off. Could Charlie get them off? I like this color this is creating. What pencil was that? The marine green and the apple green. That's creating a nice mix in there. It is giving it a little bit of brown, but I like that. I just want Oh, I don't want chartreuse. That I don't want. Pale sage. I want to keep that. I want to keep that brownie green. See, this was one thing that Kim taught me just recently, within the last year, because I've only been back on YouTube for a year. Not even a year, it'll be a year next month. That even me, coloring for 10 years, didn't realize. I always, with Prismas, irritated me because no matter how hard I struggled to keep the light color, the mushy effect, the colors would just blend together and I would always lose my highlight. So I was watching Kim one time and she says, if you blend the light into the dark, otherwise you lose your highlight. And I'm like, you dummy, Lori. And look at that, it works, guys. Because it's kind of hard to do that with like Faber-Castells when you layer. You'd have a really harsh line if you waited to do all your light to the end like that. So it's different. It's a learning curve. But yeah, so even something that simple took me that long to learn. Crazy, huh? Crazy, crazy. I think I'll do that pole up there like wood too. A flagpole because it's tied up, so I think it would be wood. Yeah, I did. Okay. Thank you, Jessica. All right. I need a potassium. You know, I did this last week too and said, why didn't I do that? At least I realized a little sooner this week. And I know why I hesitate to do it because I don't want the pencil case marking up the side of the paper. So, oh, I drew a big red line across my flower page. You know, I just got a big brown line on this one. Don't move stuff around with pencils in your hands. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. So yeah, lots of new channels out there. Lots of new exciting things happening for the year. You definitely shouldn't be lacking in stuff to do. If, like I was saying, I struggle with picking pages and what I want to do. And, you know, I found a lot of times too when Amy picks pictures, it's like, oh God, I knew she was going to pick this one. I didn't want to do it. And then it'll end up being like one of the funnest pages I've ever colored. You know, like that fox page. I was really upset when she picked that one. And I enjoyed that page so much. And I don't know if you remember me talking about that pancake breakfast in that the double page. Got a good drink of water in the Erie book. I never wanted to color that book. I thought color that page. I thought how repetitious, just piles of pancakes. But when I colored it, I loved it. Yeah, how do you like the black editions, Christy? You did help him. Yeah, dropping them on the page is terrible too. Thank you, Linda. I have still not picked. You know, I was going to ask you to pick it tonight. You haven't? I was going to ask you tonight. Well, you can wait. We'll probably see you Friday too. It's not like I'm ready to color it, so. Amy stretches you right? She does, yes. So that's how slow my brain is. I'm like, what's she saying? What? I get it now. She takes me a little bit out of my comfort zone. If I, like, she's if she picked like a portrait, I'd probably be like, no, because I probably wouldn't finish it. But it would depend if it was a nice one or not. That's why, I almost bought the Karen book. I actually had it ordered, and I thought, nope, I'm not going to enjoy it. I mean, the artwork is absolutely gorgeous, but I don't like portraits, so I'm not going to push myself to do that. I finished that pool. Yeah, okay. I'm going to make all these like um I had an avalanche when I pulled that book over. Sorry, I'm going to try to throw some stuff back over. Yeah, it's funny I brought the Magical World book because I thought, well, I'll ask her so I can prepare myself. Thought of it as soon as I saw you on. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to open up my community posts on my wall in YouTube, so you should be able to post a picture. But don't do what I did and try to throw some pencils on top or something on it so people can't take a picture of it. I always forget to do that. So if you remember, try to do that. Oh, okay, Amy. Plus, I don't think we have any books. Because I want to do a color along with Kelly, too. I have one more book now that I haven't colored in. Well, actually, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, too, but I'll get to that. That nature, the German book, Kelly, I need to color in. I thought the same, Lori, until I got Wondrous Folk. I really enjoyed it. That's got two things against it. And I have bought portrait books. I have some Jasmine Beckett Griffith book. And I have the Look. Which, if you're new to the coloring community, you're probably not familiar with the Look. But that was a super popular portrait book back 10 years ago in the coloring community. I think it stems from, too, that I was never a makeup person. My mom didn't... this is hard to say, like, my mom wasn't around when I needed a mom. Like, I wasn't mothered. Quite sure how to say that. I was pretty much on my own at 16, but she was, like, not around from... pretty much from me, age 11 to 19-ish. Kind of when a girl really needs her mom. And when we got close again was when I was getting married. I got married at 19, and she sewed my wedding dress. So we were pretty close for a few years there. And then she got married. We lived across the street from each other. I didn't see her for 6 years. She lived right across the street from me because her husband would not recognize that she had children. So I don't know how to do makeup. I don't know how to do hair. I don't know fashion. I don't know clothes is my point too. So it's just, yes, Kelly. No. Is that what the other word is? Okay, something like that. Yeah, the nature, I think it starts with a D. But my point to that was it stresses me out trying to do a portrait because I don't have that instinctive girly of how to make her look pretty, I guess. That was a long way to say that, huh? But yeah, she tells me all the time that she's very lucky that I forgave her and I don't hate her. So, like, really? You're my mom. Regardless, still my mom. I made stupid mistakes in my life too, so I guess that makes it easier for me to forgive. That could be a whole nother story too. As a retired clinical therapist, I won't sit here and analyze myself now. That would be funny, huh? That would be funny. Me either. Never makeup, but just portrait page. Well, don't you kind of have to contour the face like it's a portrait? Like that's like how you would put your makeup on? I think that's maybe what it is, Chrissy. Like it does just trigger those memories of, not knowing that stuff. True, Linda. True, true. Nope. Like, yeah, whenever she gets weird and says stuff like that, I always just tell her I'm grateful that I'm able to take care of her. If I was married and had kids, or, my MS was way worse, or there could be so many instances that, you know, I would not be able to. What's the opposite color of this blue? Like, I'm drawing a blank. What's its opposite? Like a bright green, limey green, chartreusey. Keeps me from punching out people I don't like. Absolutely. Yeah, some people, when they hear me and my mom talk to each other, like they just don't understand, and they'll look at Mike, and Mike's like, that's how they talk to each other. They're fine. Because people, my mom is just very blunt, but she comes off as a very, 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 you would love my mom if you met her. Everybody loves my mom. And I'm not saying anything bad. That's not what I mean. It's just who she is. You just figured it out, the makeup, but still don't wear it often. Aw, thank you, Mary. That's what my one cousin tells me. Because he knows. Some kind of red if you want total opposite. And I kind of, yeah, that pinky up there. Yeah, I'm thinking for these flag, the little banners. I think those tie downs need to be that same color though. Or something close. Matchy, 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 right? They'd probably actually be the same color as the thingy. My hands actually haven't hurt since that bruise went away though, so I think that bruise had something to do with it. That was just the weirdest thing. I had a bruise in the middle of my hand before. Except for when I broke it, but... Yeah, my favorite coloring pages are kind of things like this. Nicky Nacky and a whole bunch of little stuff on it. That might be it too, that I just kind of find the portrait kind of repetitive. Like it's just the same thing. Oh, it's another eyes, it's another nose. That could be it too. And jealous of their hair. They always got perfect hair. Forgiving is a kindness that we give for ourselves too. When I forgave my mom, it felt better on me to have her back in my life and move on from the porridge. I completely get it. As a therapist, that's one of the first things you learn. And you have to go through therapy to become a therapist. And that's one of the first things you learn, that if you don't forgive somebody, you're not hurting them, you're hurting yourself. So, and that is such a valuable lesson. And some people just don't get it, but they're not worried about it. So forgive and move on. And sometimes it really upsets people when you forgive them and they like they don't want to be forgiven, like they want to think that they made you mad. So that's always an interesting thing too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, she's been my best friend for many years now. She's she's hard to deal with now because of her memory, but I'm glad she takes me to being like, "Oh, mom, come on, I just told you that 10 minutes ago." I'm sorry, Lori, I don't remember. So, it's hard. But I did. I don't know if you remember me saying she hasn't been, out of the hospital for quite a few years. My Facebook memory yesterday, yeah, was that, oh, mom called me and she was doing good and feeling better and she ate some fish. They had her up and she had some fish and she was so happy because I can't feed her fish because I'm allergic. So, yep, yesterday, she was in the hospital. I haven't been able to give her a birthday cake for 5 years because she's been sick. So, hopefully that's a good sign. She's starting the year at home. My mom just recently started actually conversating with me. Yeah, I think they learned at a secret. Well, it's the cycle of life. They get to the age and then they start to reminisce. Exactly. My sister holds on to the anger and doesn't understand how I feel. How I feel. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, she was like that before, so it's not because she's old now, right? Yep. Yep. Not all of them apologize, but sometimes. Sometimes. And it's hard just being with her 24/7. I mean, like before she got really sick and I was still working and stuff, and she certain things she'd want me to do or how she talked to me or what. I said, Mom, you realize like I am the kid, but I'm not the child. Like, I am your daughter, but I'm not the child. Like, you know, if anything, I have the say so in here. I'm going to work. I'm coming home. I'm managing the household. I'm taking care of the house. If anything, you're the child. But that that took a little bit for both of us to get used to. But I think any adults moving in together have initial problems. So, ooh, red's scary, Linda. I'm thinking chartreuse. What do you think? It's not going to be dark enough. Might have to go more into the true green. Yeah, it wasn't quite dark enough. Not quite. Hmm. Dave on Storage Wars. I hate that drama stuff. Well, I'll just go to my room and then you don't have to worry about me at all. Okay, see you later. Have a good nap, you know. I don't know. Not liking that. Okay, how can I fix this? Thinking and talking. Ugh. And I ate a little while ago. It must have been salty. Dying of thirst. I was gonna say, I'm trying to create a color in between the two of these now. Kind of a bluish, chartreuse. Bluish, chartreuse. Is it coming through on? Let me see. I gotta wait for my hand to get out of the way and see how that translated. Yeah, okay. Looks good. And then I'll do that flag, the chartreuse color too. Okay, how about the house on top of the flowers? It has a light post. The house on top of the flowers. Oh, picture you're talking about. My son made tacos so salty I had to. I don't think a soda would help quench my thirst, but okay. She just did. She said the house on top of the house on top of the flowers that has a light post. Okay, Mary, thank you so much for being here. Have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you next Tuesday. I know I won't see you Friday, so thank you. Okay. The page after the moth. This one. Boy, I got lucky, huh? That's really cute. Yep, yep, yep. What do you think, Amy? Okay. Yeah, you did. That's a pretty moth, too. I would have said butterfly, but I see it definitely is a moth. You like this one, Amy? Did you do it? Amy's had this book longer than me. Or no, actually, I think we did buy this one together. Okay, okay. After the big moth. Now, see, this paper has the same paper as this book. And the wildflower books is the same. So those three are the same. And I think those are the only three I have that are the same. All my other ones have different paper. Ooh, I just got a huge draft. Where the heck that came from? Oh, maybe the furnace is coming on and it kicked the cold. Maybe. Yeah, so lots of new things going around on YouTube. Definitely a lot of background work. Drawing and painting and just creating whole new worlds. Very shocking when you see it. I was going to choose that, but you hate coloring butterflies. Mouse might have been. I don't think I could have got that thing done. That's pretty intricate. Hi, Mandy. Welcome back. I don't know. Did you put it in the wrong bag? Okay. Mandy must have had it and found it when she came back. She said, uh-oh, she's looking for it. I better run in there and put it back. So, Kim, are you doing anything on your channel? I don't think you are you? Are you still doing, because you said you were rethinking your book completion thing. Are you still doing that, or are you picking a different book, or what's your plan? What's your plan? Oh. That's funny. Now these, I'm going to leave that color, so let's see if I can get a little bit of this just for, oh man, that lettuce split and the line didn't go next to the line. It went like in the middle of the flag. Well, the heck, man. I was thinking about doing a video. I didn't want to do it on a live because I know everybody doesn't like to talk about that stuff. But I was thinking about doing a video like, you know, coloring as relief from like autoimmune disease. Because I think a lot of us, that's what led us to coloring. No, I'm not really. Is that feeling it? No, I am not. Or you're not doing anything until February. No, I am not. Translate. I am supposed to have it done at the same time. Am I? No. Whenever. I mean, it's Johanna January, but if it flows over, I'm not gonna like punish you. You know, you're grounded. You can't come out and play. You can't come to the stream anymore until your page is finished. That would only hurt me, right? So yeah, no punishments. We're just have, you know, oh gosh, I am so sorry. That was a big hit on the camera. It's just to keep the community together, you know, make us feel like we're doing something together. Give us the feeling of togetherness and cohesiveness and the magic of the prismas, the smoosh. Speaking of that, you know who always said that? Lucy Just Add Colors. Did anybody watch her? Is anybody on Instagram? Is she still around? Is she okay? She just like disappeared. I heard one rumor. I say it's a rumor because I don't know anything. That she had to go back to work full time, but I still don't understand that she wouldn't put a post or something on her channel. Seems strange to me. She just poof, gone. I can't copy you. I don't know if I'll be colored. Okay. Is that a question or a statement that I can't copy you? know what Kim meant. She fell asleep in the middle of writing that. Flowers in February. Oh, okay. So any kind of flowers? No, I'm not until February. Okay. I'm kidding. I think I can handle this even if it's terrible. Okay. Never heard of her. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, she just like disappeared. I know somebody said she was on Instagram, but okay, flowers in February. That'll be fun. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Gee, I wonder what book I should use. You know, I had already figured out what Fragile World picture I want to do, and then Coloring Bumblebees doing them. And I don't like when channels, like all the channels are doing the same pages, but I want to do a wintry picture. I had a thought for those little dots, and it left my brain. It has left the building. We'll just do them all the darker green. Getting too many colors up here. Too many, too many, too many. Of course, I didn't draw 18 shapes up here either. So I will be curious with Johanna's next book, like, because she got a lot of, I'm just going to call it feedback from her newest book here. So I'm kind of curious what direction she's going to take next. We'll be curious to see. I don't know why my computer keeps shutting off today. Something must be up with that. Be right back. I'm gonna. Okay. Yeah, she hasn't posted anything since July. Yeah, see, that's a while. That is a very long time. And I don't like that. You know, when they have to know that the community cares about them and is wondering what the heck is going on. But I guess if it's real life catastrophe, you're just like, who cares? But still, pretty sure she's got like 20,000 subscribers or something. She could have put a post up, but I'm just upset because I worry and I want to know what happened. If she's okay. You know, her dad was sick. Probably never know. They disappear like that. They don't normally come back. It's a shame. I enjoyed her channel a lot. Right, I try to too, unless I absolutely like. I had a few nights when I was really bad that other things just preoccupied my brain, and I didn't even like it didn't even cross my mind that it was Friday. Or say, just trying to get through the day. So. And I hate canceling. I feel like I'm calling in sick to work or something, and I get that guilty feeling. It's kind of funny. And sit there and think, well, I probably could have done it, Like, actually, Friday I should have canceled with that headache because it really kind of just made it worse trying to see the lines and stuff. But I'm canceling them a lot lately. Don't like doing that. Oh, let me finish those strings too. What am I doing? Get this stuff done while we're up here. I really need to scoot my chair in a little bit more. I'm not sitting on the seat right. Lucy just adds color. She's in the UK, across the pond. She always said across the pond. She actually was the very first person I ever saw use alcohol markers in her books. And she did a lot of getting rid of the black lines, you know, using the markers and making the picture just look like a picture. So, she's got tons of videos up. If you've never watched her before, there's still a lot to watch. And she's good to listen to. Chats. She's chatty. Oh, you guys chat. Speaking of chatty, hang on. Okay, be right back. I'm gonna go check. That's since July. I hate deciding colors. Me too, all the time. Yes, I always think, oh, okay. I don't know who she is now, but I'm concerned. I'm sorry. I mean, if you're really sick or don't know what day it is. Yeah, not knowing what day it is a problem, right? Everyone knows my lives will be unpredictable, but it won't take me up to 6 months, right? Definitely a long time. I don't know if she posted anything with her Patreon people. Right, and she has Patreon and membership. And then I've also enjoyed her. She made that Black Edition page per my request because they were super new to me. Oh, nice. And she was the biggest advocate. Yeah, I think she got stuff for free, which was my first adult pencils. That's how I initially found her. Yeah, Lucy just adds color. Yeah, I forgot about that she had Patreon and membership. So maybe she just moved to completely over there, huh? And heck with us little people that don't pay. It's possible. Yeah, I wonder if they were trying to finish one of the Erie Romantic Country. I wonder if they ever got that done. Is that my... Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought that said grass green when I picked it up. Yeah, when I came back to coloring, I was looking for A Colorful Life. And Lucy Just Adds Color popped up, which they kind of resembled each other in how they worked their pages. I mean, you know, how they work their YouTube page, not their coloring pages. You know, their channels were... They talked about their life and they talked about the coloring, and she did a lot more tutorial type. She definitely... I think she put the colors on the screen. Color alongs, not tutorial. I think she did put the colors on the screen. I haven't followed a color along, goodness, probably 11 years. That's too stressful for me too. Don't enjoy it. Hi, Taylor. Good to see you. Where in the heck have you been? Oh, you said you've been on the other side. You've been watching the Two Cool Kids over at Instagram. I don't think so, but she oh, and she hasn't. Okay. Wow. That's very strange. Good to see you, Taylor. You leaving already? Okay, thanks for dropping in and saying hi. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's not just a channel thing. She left it completely. It must have been you then that had told me that you did see her on Instagram at first. Huh. Well, maybe she'll come back someday. We shall see. Sometimes people just lose it for the interest. What happened with A Colorful Life? She just stopped coloring, so gave all their stuff away and got rid of her channel. I can see that. People go through hobbies. Ooh, gosh. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll keep mine. I wonder that too. Am I going to be here for 30 years or is it just going to be a few? And I'll be like, I'm done with that. Especially when they're in speed mode and the color. Like, you can turn them down, you can slow them down. I think you hit like the three dots on the side. There's a way to slow them down because I have watched Chris Ching because she speeds up her things. No, not that one. It was Anne. Oh, nice. Nope. Happens to the best of us. A lot of people go into coloring slumps. I think that's too when you see a channel that would do a bunch of color alongs and then all of a sudden they're just doing like hauls and book collections and flip throughs. And I think that's kind of what happened, that they're not really coloring, but they're still trying to like spark their interest. When you go through your collection, it makes you, ooh, I want to color that. Ooh, I want to color that. So I think it's kind of a tactic to spark their interest again. Because who wants to lose interest with all this cool stuff we bought, right? Like my mom. Yeah, it's unfortunate we didn't like the same mediums. I I saw her first back video. Yeah. Never watched her. Well, I can't say I never watched her because I heard her say very loud and clear, if you're not coloring this way, you're coloring wrong. And I'm like, what? She's an art teacher, so she feels like there's only one way to color. And if you don't color that way, you're doing it wrong. So, matter of fact, Anne used to talk about that. I've heard that there's actually a colorist out here that tells you that you're coloring wrong. Yep, she absolutely does. And I'm not really sure in which way. If she meant like with blending colors, with mixing colors. Because like I said, whatever video I caught, she said that right. I don't, maybe she started every video saying that. But I don't know if she still says that. Yes. It does make you sad. Oh my god, I wonder if that was the one we were talking about. Yep, that's the one. Color My World made you buy Star Joys? Oh, Mama Fruit Bat. There you go. You knew, Anne. Well, like I said, you're only doing it wrong if you're not having fun. If you're not having fun, then you're doing it wrong. And that's why I said I think trying to always follow somebody else and do what they're doing and just not do what's... And I think at some point that is what's going to exhaust you and burn you out. I would almost think that that's what burns people out in their coloring, when they're just always chasing to be better and aren't... Just sit back, chill, and relax. Enjoy your stuff. Enjoy the hobby. Put color on your page. Play with your stuff. Which, you know, a lot of people that are learning are playing with their stuff, so they'll be okay. But it's the ones that just... And I don't... Actually, I don't know of anybody that's doing that right now, so don't think that I'm talking in the window about anybody, but people that, you know, buy and then they just watch and they're too afraid. They don't touch the stuff, so... And then when they do, it looks nothing like... I think I put my blues in with my greens and my greens in with my blues. Something happened here. I don't have room. But, you know, just always trying to be better and not enjoying it. Oh, it's going on 11, so I'm not going to start anything new. When I'm all done with this page, I'm going to have to get myself up real close to it and get all the little details filled in. Doesn't look too bad, though, when I lean forward. I don't know if I like my flags, but I have to match something to it. Well, all the greenery will bring it together. It should be okay. She ain't the boss to variant art or not. There's no rules, even if they say there are. Exactly. That's the way to do it. You know, and she had to have made a lot of people mad because you, Kim, you remember it was flooding through the community at the time. Simple, learning stuff, not always trying to be better. Right. Thank you, Amy. Did you work on this one tonight, Amy? Have you started this? Because I know last week I forgot to tell you that I had you grab the wrong book. Thank you, Kelly. You're welcome. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thanks for those who chatted, those who watched and didn't chat. Thank you for all those thumbs up. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone, as always. So I don't know if I get my flower pots done. That's feeling pretty ambitious. I will work on this one. And then if I finish it, you know, we'll work in the magical worlds. So if anybody's coloring along. But thank you everyone for being here. Again, had a wonderful evening with you all. It would be no fun if you weren't here coloring with me and listening to my chatter. I don't get to talk much, so I appreciate you so much listening to me, blah, blah, blah. Thank you all. See you Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern. I'll have a wonderful night. Be safe. Bye. Thank you. Night, everyone.